Hey guys, today is July the 24th of 2019, and I wanted to go over stock that, after looking at the uranium sector and the uranium spot price and the cycles and everything that's been going on, it kind of got my mind kind of working on overtime. And I wanted to take advantage, just in case something does happen, I'm already prepared and have a game plan on what I'm going to do. I figure I'm going to show you my thoughts and my analysis on this. And I did a little more digging because I kind of just heard this podcast and they were talking about the uranium sector and the petition 232 that didn't pass. So it seems to be that the White House has a memorandum on the effect of the uranium imports on national security, establishment of the United States Nuclear Fuel Working Group. Look at the date, July 12, 2019. You can read this, you can look it up. It's on the White House government or whitehouse.gov. But it says that they have a working group and shall examine the current state of domestic nuclear fuel production to invigorate the entire nuclear fuel supply chain, consistent with United States national security and non-proliferation goals. Within 90 days of the date of this memorandum, the working group, through the assistance of the President for National Security Affairs and the Assistant to the President for Economic Policy, shall submit a report to the President setting forth the working group's finding and making recommendations to further enable domestic nuclear fuel production if needed. That is very interesting right there. 90 days. 90 days from where? July the 12th. So as a Gannist, as a researcher, someone that looks at dates, cycles, cause and effect, what is your job? What's 90 days from July the 20th? The 12th, sorry. It's October 10. If my calculations are correct. October 10. You guys saw the video I did on the uranium spot price, showing that somewhere between July, maybe August, maybe September, all the cycles, Fourier analysis, everything is kind of like pointing up. So if October is going to come and they're going to decide and you see price action going higher before October the 10th, that means that the cycles are taking effect before the news hits out. And maybe it's going to be a positive thing. So you just kind of have to use your imagination. That's if the cycles are correct, if they're going to pan out, if they're influencing and they're giving us a predictive analysis in the future. And looking at the past, if there are some good correlations and things are looking positive, maybe within the next couple of months before the 90 day of July the 12th, we need to get in, or I'm thinking I'm going to get in on one of these stocks with a small amount and just see what happens before President POTUS decides to look at what they've come with their review, and then he's going to decide what he's going to do. Now, I know a lot of you guys subscribe to my channel. Some are Gannists, some are just kind of just seeing what I'm up to and what I'm doing. Some of you probably think I'm crazy, but that's fine. I might be. Let's look at the heavens and see what happened before the July 12th news came out in regards to the uranium sector. This is July the 4th. You can see that uranium is right. Not uranium. Uranus is here. And it's starting to square Mars, which is a negative aspect. As you can see, It starts getting a little stronger. July the 8th, July the 9th, July the 10th. Looks like Mercury went retrograde on the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11, 12. And that's when the news came out around, or it got leaked. I saw some reports where it may have been leaked or whatever. But either way, when the stocks opened 9 a.m., you can see that everything just started selling off. So if I'm close to the exact time when this thing came out or not, it doesn't matter. What you want to see is in the heavens what was going on. And you can see Jupiter was square Neptune, and Uranus was, some say Uranus. I don't really care. Uranus, that's fine. It's fine with me. Was square Mars, which is a negative aspect. Now, if you go to Helio, what's interesting is that nothing was really aspecting Uranus on from the 5th. But look, once we get the 7th, 8th, 9th, let me move this out of here, 10th, 11, 12. Boom. Uranus hit Mercury, the god of communication, the god of news, the god of information, or the planet. However you want to look at it, he's that dude that makes things go viral on Twitter. This guy right here, the fastest planet. And that happened on the 12th. So communication, news went out, positive aspect, even though the news wasn't great, but it went viral. Negative outcome, Mars, square Uranus. Enough of that. I know probably a whole bunch of you have already subscribed, but that's fine. The ones that are hanging on is because there are Gannists. I'm looking at UEC to see, this is the play that I want to get into. Right now it's at 90. Let's not even come here yet. I'm going to tickle you a little bit. If you guys watch my videos on regards to levels, I created one just for UEC. So I got my fib grid, I got my cloud, I got my woodies. And right now, the all-time low on UEC is all the way 16 cents. There's these levels here, this level right here, which was the first impulse wave, which was 80 cents. And right now, we're at some kind of support at 95, which is a fib grid level. I want to see if this holds, and if it doesn't, and if it pushes lower, I want to see if it kisses that 91 low and finds support, or if it wants to kiss 87, or if it wants to kiss the low, which is 80 cents. The lower it gets, the better for me. But so far, we're kind of finding support right there. If we look at our linear regressions, you can see that on the monthly, on the UEC, this is the big picture. This is what the big boys and all the big boys want to look at. On the linear regression channel, very oversold. You're close right here to a low. What is that? A 65. This is there's 80 right here, and then I think the all-time low is 65 cents right here. So we're very overextended on the linear regression channel on the monthly. So that's good, because if you get in there, you can only just go lower until the all-time low, or bounce up, hoping that something comes out of these 90-day ruling. And you can see on the daily, on the weekly, on the daily. So it's pretty much all on the bottom linear regression channels. This is a 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15. This is all noise right here. I like looking at this, but you got to see everything. You got to see the big picture to see what's going on with this instrument. So I just wanted to show you that on the big picture on the monthly, very oversold, and in the extended linear regression channel. So this is the area where you want to buy. You don't want to buy here. You don't want to buy here. You don't want to buy here. Don't fiddle in the middle. You want to buy here when it's ugly. Let's go into my other chart. I loaded all this up today because I'm just kind of thinking, I'm not going to have enough time in the next couple of days to do some analysis. So I figure I'd do it now and share with you and just show you my game plan of what I'm thinking on the uranium sector, looking at the uranium spot cycles projecting higher in the next couple of months. So the uranium cycle, UEC cycle, kind of bottoms out 8.6. Does that mean that we should buy on August 6th? No, because you can see that when it topped out here, it really topped out here. When it was a low here, the low really was March the 14th, but it topped It topped out on March the 6th. So it's not really exact, but it's kind of giving you, rough range. Right here, look. December 12th, December 20, it made a low, but the low was December 31st. So, I'm not looking at August 6th. I can maybe look at maybe the last week of July or maybe, the first couple of weeks of August. Somewhere around here is going to bottom out. So let's see. The lower it goes, the nicer, because we get it at a cheaper price. And once I see some kind of momentum, some kind of volume picking up around here, I might get in. Here's some levels, I'm watching. But you already know the key levels on the Fib grid. And then you using the Elliott wave. This is a wave 5. Using the alternative count, aggressive. You can see that maybe this is a 1, 2, 3. Maybe it'll go up. I don't know. It could go up and do a 4. And then go 5. So this is the alternative count to the original count. So I normally go with the 5 and see how the price patterns work out. Let's see. That's that. Time clusters. There's a few possibilities where there could be a swing low. Maybe this August 13 could be a nice one. This one looks pretty good. The first week. If you look at the cycle. So the 8.6. 13, I kind of lean more to the 13 because it's a little off the center. Stokes, very oversold. RSI, negative. Oscillators, negative. MACD, negative. Looks like they bought this thing up and then they just pushed it right back down. CCI, kind of fluctuating up. So like a little divergence. So momentum to the downside is not as strong, which is good. Another cycle thing I wanted to show you is looking at the monthly. Let's open this up a little more. On the monthly right here, it looks like it bottoms out on July. So that's interesting. And then it cycles up to the 1st of 2021. December, around there. So there's a bottom on the monthly. There is a bottom showing right now in July for the weekly, going up to like October of this month. So look at that. Interesting. That's UEC. So it's kind of like a low here. And then on the daily, the low is coming up in August, somewhere around there. So we got to see how it's going to pan out. Is there anything else I wanted to show you? No, I haven't really added that much stuff on this. I'm just kind of, looking at it as I'm adding my indicators and just kind of getting an analysis on all this other stuff. And then lastly, let's look at the cycles. So this is the RSI, very oversold. So this is where you want to buy it, all the way when it comes down here. Let's take that off so we can have more space here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is add the Bradley model. Let's look at the Bradley model. We can see that the Bradley model, man, it nailed that sell-off. Whatever, on the 12th when that came in, look at that. Boom. So there's a cycle here, which is today, or, the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd. I don't have the 24th, which is price action of today. This is yesterday. And then there's a cycle on the 31st and on the 7th. So, these two I could kind of see maybe something could happen. But, it remains to be seen. Cycle analysis showing that there's a cycles are bottoming out here. And they're kind of looking like they want to project going higher. Kind of swings up here, goes down. But you can see it's like a rubber band. Everything just wants to momo up. So that's good. I like to see that. And different programs, both of my programs are showing, the same thing. They're kind of just cycling up. So that's good if you want to get in right now where it's ugly. And harmonics, you can see nothing there. This is where we at. And then something could happen around the 15th. So we'll see. Kind of lines up with the Bradley model there. So that's it on cycles. And then lastly, this is an average of all the cycles that I just showed you. Let's see what it shows. Let's see how it's done in the past. So I kind of picked this top here and kind of make a swing low here. The cycle topped out early. Everybody was excited. Trump, and then Trump said nope. Let's get a committee and review this, and boom, we sold off. And now we kind of make the cycle average is making a swing low on this month of July, and then it goes higher till August. So maybe, knowing how I've seen these indicators for years, maybe it could go sideways or even lower and make a low on the 6th. So that's something to think about. Like you see here, this one worked out nice, but it doesn't always work out like that. This one worked out nice too. This one was a little off. So, we'll see. But you have to kind of look at it. Your natural mind looks at this and says, and this is how I started with my analysis. When I saw this, it's like, oh yeah, we're making a bottom here on the 719. And sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes it's the other cycle where things kick in. And your mind is not programmed to see it like that. Like when you see this, you don't think that could be a low. After years of watching this, my mind is already like, okay, it could be here or it could be here. Or it could be here. But most of the times I look at the two extremes right here. Factoring all the analysis that I'm doing. So that's what I'm seeing here on this. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to show you. I wanted to make this video short, but I am watching UEC. If they agree on something and POTUS says, you know what, we need to take care of business, in-house, and they agree on giving a green light to the uranium sector here in the U.S., then this is going to be a good play. Look at my uranium spot video I just posted a couple of hours ago. You can see the big picture on the uranium spot. Everything is looking positive cycle-wise. We just got to cross our fingers and hopefully price action will reflect what the indicators and the cycles are, showing. And this is the game plan I have with UEC. I know there's other ones that are better, and all these other ones, but you know what? I've always liked the UEC. I like that camp, and this is the one I picked, and this is the one that I want to do the analysis and share with you guys. But you guys know my game plan. It's all about making money. Let's see how price action behaves. Another thing before I let you go. You can see right now everything on UEC is negative. MACDs, everything. This is kind of bottoming out on the 4-hour. You can see that we got, it's all the way down to at 95 cents right now. There's a support at 91. I wouldn't be surprised if it even kisses that. This is the daily. Let's put the 1 hour. And you can see, so you wanna get in when things are kind of turning, either on the 4-hour or the 1 hour or on the daily, however you want to look at it time frame wise. But if you see some volume kick in, price action just slowly drifting up. But if you see a big amount of volume come in, then that's a good sign. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video. Subscribes. This is going to be my last video for a while. I'm going to be busy in the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be on the sidelines watching the markets, even though you won't see me active posting my thoughts on the markets, on currencies, on energy, on crude oil and whatnot, or tips and tricks or Gann stuff, just look at all the stuff I posted. Check out the blogs at Forex Factory, Gann Analysis, and sometimes when I have some time, I post some ideas and some price targets and day targets. And then just check it out, and hopefully it helps you out.